Welcome all to part 2 of our S.E.A 2019 past paper solutions. Question number 16. Name one solid with a uniform cross section. Now the answer for this could either be a cube or any other prism with a uniform cross section. And what do I mean by uniform cross section? It simply means that the two end faces are going to be identical in size and shape as the base. For example, if we look here at the uniform cross section of a cube, we're going to see that. What do we have here? It's uniform, it's identical in size and shape, square. If we look at the uniform cross section of a cylinder, we are going to see that the uniform cross sections here are circle. Our next question, which plane shape A, B, C or D below has all the properties described in the table? Alright, so if we look at the first shape, shape A, it has two pairs of parallel sides. Okay, this side is parallel to this side, right? This side is parallel to this side. If we look at shape B also have two pairs of parallel lines. Okay, this side is parallel to this side. This side is parallel to this side. But what we're looking for, one parallel line, one parallel side, one pair of equal sides, and one line of symmetry. Alright, if we look at shape C, we would see that we have no parallel lines in a right angle triangle. If we look at shape D, we have one pair, that's what they wanted, one pair of parallel sides. Alright, these two sides are parallel, and we have one pair of equal sides. Yes, the length of this side is equal to the length of this side. Yes, good. And in terms of lines of symmetry, right, we have one line of symmetry here. Alright, so shape D is definitely our answer. Next question, number 18. The picture graph below shows the pets owned by 90 children. Alright, so the pets are dog, cat, birds, fish. How many children does this symbol represent? Now let's check it. Here we have, how many of this do we have? Let's check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and as we can see here we have two halves which will give us 1. So we have a total of 15 of these symbols, and it says here that the picture graph below shows the pets owned by 90 children. Alright, so what we need to do, therefore 15 of this symbol represents 90. So hence we need to find out how much does 1 represent. So to find out how much does 1 of this symbol represent, we need to divide. Alright, so we have 90 divided by 15, and that's going to give us how much does 1 of this represent. Now how much times could 15 go into 19? 15 into 15, 1, and 15 can go into 19 6 times. So the total here, the answer is going to be 6 children. Okay, so 1 of this represents 6 children. If you count in 6, you would get your answer. Alright, so if you want to double check your answer, you can count in 6 for each one of these and get your answer. So for example, you can say 6, 12, you must know your tables, 18 here, 24, and so on, 24, 30, 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 36, here we're going to get 42, 48, 54. This is us just double checking our answer, okay? This one here is going to be 60, 66, 72, 78, 84, and then remember we have this here that represents 1. And 84 plus 6 is going to give us 90. So you see, I double checked my answer and I got it. So one of the symbol represents 6. Alright. Question number 19. The tally chart below shows the favorite colors of some students. We can see the colors here and we can see the number of students. What color represents the mood? The answer is yellow. Yellow is the color that represents the mood. Why? Because yellow was liked the most by the students. Number 20. The table below shows the number of ice cream cones sold for 3 days. So the days are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Number of cones sold on Mondays 25, on Tuesday 18, and on Wednesday 35. Calculate the mean number of ice cream cones sold. Now how do we calculate the mean? The mean is what? The mean is the average. How do we calculate mean? We need to add 25 plus 18 plus 35. Yes, we need to add and then we need to divide by the total number of days. How much days do we have? 3. So when we add 25, 18 and 35, we are going to get 78. And 78 divided by 3 is going to be what? For those who can do it shorthand, you can do long division. You can say 3 into 78 and you can begin. Or I can do it shorthand like this. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 7 is 2 with a remainder of 1. And I can say 3 into 18 is 6. For those of you who don't understand this method, you can use your long division method where you say 3 into 7 is 2. 3 2s is 6. You subtract. 7 take away 6 is 1. Then you bring down your 8. And then you say 3 into 18 is 6. And 3 6, 18. No remainders. So the answer is still 26. 26 ice cream cones. Question number 21. 18 identical tables fit exactly along the length of a hall. Each table measures 2.5 meters in length. What is the total length of the hall? This question is simply asking us to multiply. We are going to multiply 18 by 2.5. Be mindful when you are multiplying your decimal points that you maintain your points. So 18 multiplied by 2.5. We are multiplying by 2-digit numbers. The first thing I'm going to do is put my 0. Then I'm going to say 2 8s are 16. Cross out the 6. Put it on the inside. 2 1s are 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm getting 36.0. Now I'm going to say 5 by 8 is 40. Cross out the 0. Put it on the inside. Put back my point. 5 by 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. Now I'm going to add. 0 plus 0 is 0. Align my points. 6 plus 9 is 15. Cross out the 5. Put it on the inside. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I'm getting 45.0, which is 45. So what is the total length of the hall? 45 meters. Number 22. John has to do a book report on a book that contains 375 pages. He has finished reading 225 pages of the book. What percent of the book does he still have to read? Right? So before we work out the percent of the book that he still has to read, first we need to calculate the number of pages that he has left. Right? So we are going to subtract. So the total number of pages in this book is what? 375. And the pages that he finished reading is 225. So once we subtract, 5 take away 5 is 0, 7 take away 2 is 5, 3 take away 2 is 1. So you have a total of 150 pages yet to read. Now here what they want. They want to know what percent of the book does he still have to read. So what we need to do is to find the percent. So we're going to put 150 over the total number of pages, which is 375, and we're going to multiply by 100%. So 100 over 1. Now let's see how we can simplify this. So we can choose to use 25. Yeah, we can reduce. It's better to reduce first before you begin to multiply. So let's use 25. How much times could 25 go into 150? A total of 6 times. How much times could 25 go into 375? Now, if you don't know it offhand, you can do it in parts. You can say, how much times could 25 go into 37? 1 time, with a remainder of 12. Seeing this? Then I could say, how much times could 25 go into 125? 5 times. So you see, I'm getting 15. Now, I can clearly see, let me use a different color, that I can reduce again before I multiply, right? How about we use 5, right? So we can say 5 into 15 is 3, and we can say 5 into 100. For those of you who don't know 5 into 100, watch how I do it shorthand. I can say 5 into 10 is 2, and 5 into 0 is 0. I'm getting 20. Look at this. I can reduce again. I can say 3 into 3, 1, and 3 can go into 6 2 times. Nothing else can be reduced, so I'm going to multiply. 2 times 20 is 40 over 1 by 1 is 1. So 40 over 1 is 40. So the question asks us, what percent of the book does he still have to read? So the answer is going to be 40%. This is what they ask us for. What percent? The answer is going to be 40%. Question number 23. Darren filled boxes with tins of orange juice and numbered the boxes in the order in which they were filled. He packed the 496th tin in box 21, then stopped for lunch. Box 21 was not completely filled. How many tins were in box 21? What we need to do here is to divide. He was finished packing 20 boxes. So what we're going to do, we're going to divide. We're going to say 20 into 496. Okay, let's do this. 20 into 4 is 0. 20 into 49 is 2. 20 by 2 is 40. Now we're going to subtract. 9 take away 0 is 9. 4 take away 4 is 0. We're going to bring down our 6. We have 96. 20 into 96 is 4. 20 multiplied by 4 is 80. 6 take away 0 is 6. 9 take away 8 is 1. So we have 24 tins in each box, right? And now we have a remainder of 16. So that means that 16 tins were packed in box 21. Question number 24. Sita has 36 marbles. She has 3/7 the number of marbles that Diana has. How many marbles do they have all together? Let's read the question again. Sita has 36 marbles. She has 3/7 the number of marbles that Diana has. How many marbles do they have all together? So important information here is that Sita has 36 marbles. She has 3/7 the number of marbles that Diana has. So 36 is equal to 3/7. Yes? So 36 of the marbles is equal to 3/7, right, of Diana's own. So we need to calculate how many marbles they have all together. Now before we do that, we know how much Sita has. So we need to calculate how much Diana have. Alright? So let's work it out. We're going to divide 36. Okay, it's a whole number. 1 is understood as its denominator. I'm going to divide 36 by 3/7. What do we do when we are dividing fractions? Right? 36 over 1. We're going to change the division sign to multiplication sign and flip this fraction. Find the reciprocal of 3/7, which is going to be 7 over 3. This can be reduced before we multiply. 3 into 3, 1, and 3 into 36 is 12. Now we're going to multiply 12 by 7. It's going to give us 84. So this means that Diana has 84 marbles, and they want to know how much they have all together. So it means that we have to add our 36 and 84. Alright, 36 and 84. Let's add. 6 plus 4 is 10. Cross it out 0, put it on the inside. 8 plus 3 is 11, and 1 is 12. Right, so they have a total of 120 marbles. Question number 25. The diagram below shows Maria and Chloe in a race. Maria is at the finish line. Chloe is 15 and 3/4 meters behind Maria. We can look at the diagram, we can see that. Alright, so Maria is at the finish line, and this is Chloe, and she is 15 and 3/4 meters behind Maria. The question wants us to find out the total distance from the start of the race to the finish line. This is easy because they gave us what the start to where Chloe is, that's 34 1/4, and they told us the distance between Chloe and Maria is 15 and 3/4. So they want us to add fractions. Now, what is the rule of thumb when we are adding fractions? When we are adding fractions, we must ensure that we have common denominators. And if we don't have common denominators, then we need to find the LCM. However, in this question, we have common denominators, so there is no need to find the LCM. Are we seeing them here? See, we have common denominators. So all we need to do is add. Alright, so 34 plus 15, we're going to add our whole numbers first. 34 plus 15 is going to give us a total of 49. Alright, and now we have 1 plus 3 is going to give us 4 over 4. Good, and 4 over 4 is 1. So we need to add that to our whole number. 49 plus 1 is going to give us a total of 50. So the total distance from the start to the finish line is 50 meters. Number 26. The prices of 3 different items are shown below. We have the cost of a notebook, folder, and pen. Now, Erin bought the items shown in the table below. They want us to complete the table. Let's see what was given. Notebook, they didn't tell us how much she bought, and the cost. Folders, they told us he bought 2, and if the cost of 1 is 30, then the cost of 2 is going to be 30 by 2, which is $60. They told us he bought 3 pens. 1 pen is 5, so 3 pens are going to be $15. Now, what we can do here is add and subtract. So we're going to add what we have. We have 16 and we have 60, sorry, and 15. And when we add this, we're going to get a total of $75 so far. But it told us the total amount of money spent was 99. So what we can do is subtract 75 from 99. 9 take away 5 is 4. And 9 take away 7 is 2. Right? So the remaining cost here is $24. Okay, so if we add 24, 60 and 15, we're going to get a total of $99. Now, if the notebooks cost $24, then how many notebooks did he buy? If the cost of one is 8, then we can simply divide 24 by 8. How much times could 8 go into 24? Or you can write it like this, 8 into 24. How much times could 8 go into 24? 8 can go into 24 a total of 3 times. So he bought 3. The quantity, the amount he bought was 3 notebooks. Question 27. Mr. Lee gave the following question to his class. 0.8 plus 0.2. Now Kate wrote the answer to be 0.1 and Priya wrote the answer to be 1.0. So he wants to know whose answer is correct, right? You can use words or diagram to explain your answer. Now the best thing to do is to work it out. As I said before, when you are dealing with decimal points, it is important to line up your decimal points correctly. Alright, so let us add. 8 plus 2 is 10. Cross out the 0, put the 0 in here, put back your point. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So what are we getting? We are getting 1.0. So whose answer is correct? Priya's answer is correct. Question 28. Can two fractions with the same numerators and different denominators be equal? Use words or diagrams to explain your answer. So you may use 1/4 and 1/8 as examples. Alright, so they already give you fractions that you can use, alright, to test this. So they ask us, read the question again, can two fractions with the same numerators and denominators be equal? Let's check and see, is 1/4 equal to 1/8? No, it is not. However, 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Alright? 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. So if the numerators are the same, as we are seeing here, and the denominators are different, as we are seeing here, the fractions are not the same. They are not equal. Okay, so that's your answer for 28. Question 29. At a school, 55% of the students are boys. All of the boys and 40% of the girls participated in the school's concert. What percent of the students participated in the concert? Again, it's a word problem, so we'll read it again. At a school, 59% of the students are boys. If 55%, sorry, which is 55 out of 100, right, are boys, then how much are girls? So let's find out how much are girls first. So the first thing we will do is 100 take away 55, and this will give us 45%, right? So now we know how much girls it have. So at a school, 55% of the students are boys and 45% of the students are, if 55% are boys, then 45% would be girls. Let's continue to read. It says, all of the boys, so 55% of the boys, all of the boys, okay, and 40% of the girls participated in the school's concert. So as we can see, it's not all of the girls, but 40% of the girls. So we have to find out how much is 40% of 45%. So let's write that down. 40%, we're going to write this 40 over 100 multiply by 45 over 1. Alright, and let's reduce this 0, can cancel this 0, and then I can say 2 into 4 is 2, and 2 into 10 is 5. And look at this, I can reduce again. Let me use the next color. I can say 5 into 5, 1, and 5 can go into 45. 5 times table, say you all, 9. What am I left with? 2 times 9, 18, over 1 times 1 is 1. So I'm getting 18, right? So 18%. So what is 40%, sorry, all the boys and 40% of the girls. So 40% of the girls, which is 18% as we got here, attended or participated in the school's concert. The question wants to know what percentage of the students, meaning both boys and girls, what percentage of the students participated in the concert. So all we have to do is add 55% plus 18, and we're going to get our answer. 5 plus 8 is 13, 5 plus 1 is 6, and 1 is 7. So we have a total of 73. What percentage of students attended? 73% of the students participated in the concert. Question number 30. A farmer sold avocados over a period of 6 days. We have our table here showing us that 6 days. The number of avocados sold each day follows a pattern. It follows a pattern as shown in the table below. The number of avocados sold on day 5 and day 6 is not shown. So we have to figure out what the pattern is. Now on day 1 we sold 60. The next day we sold 66. That's what? 6 more. From 66 to 73. What's that? What's the difference? That's 7. Wow. So you see that we added 6. Then we added 7 to get 73. Now 73 to 81. That's a difference of 8. So we are adding 8. Wow. We've seen the pattern. We are going up 1 each time. So here we add 6. Here we add 7, here we add 8. So what do you think we'll add here? We will add 9. So on the 5th day, 81 plus 9 is going to be 90 sold. And on day 6, we went up, we are going up 1 each time. So we're going to add 10. 90 plus 10 is 100. Right? So this is the answer for day 6, and this is the answer for day 5. Day 5 and day 6. Thanks everyone for watching this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more solutions like this. Bye.